Hey, beautiful people. Glad to see you guys coming on back. Welcome to episode 3. Just wanted to give a quick little, heads up, I guess, a little bit of an insider thing that's going on. I've been reading some of the comments recently, and thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for your, input. We're always trying to make things better for all y'all, because, y'all are the lifeblood of this series, and without you, we're just something else. But anyway, what I wanted to just kind of talk about really quickly is, some of y'all were saying, hey, we'd like some visual representation of the battlefield or just things that are going on in the game on YouTube, possibly. And we completely agree. So, I think starting episode 5 is when it's going to happen. Every combat scenario from here on out is going to be recorded and put up on YouTube along with the audio, so then it makes it easier for your viewing experience. And eventually, hopefully, we'll get some sort of, camera stuff going as well, so then you guys can see us, actually play and act on YouTube. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys that heads up. Spotify people, love you guys. Things are just going to be relatively the same. If anything, more condensed, cleaner cuts, the sorts. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. Just wanted to give you guys this little insight on what's going on behind the scenes. Love you guys. Thank you for the support. Give us comments and all that stuff on how we can improve ourselves. And yeah, enjoy the episode. This podcast has dumbasses doing dumbass things. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's going. It's up.
All right, cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome back
Hello.
to a. Shut the fuck up.
Hi, Dimitri.
And now he's muted.
No.
Oop, I hurt his feelings. Okay.
No.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of this podcast of ours, Dice Rolls Can Kill. A little campaign that I am calling the Starlight Chronicle. But we're back. Really nothing much to it, nothing really else to talk about. Hope everyone is doing well and great and fucking everything, but we're just gonna jump right back into it essentially. So yeah, everyone good? Everyone ready? Everyone all
Always.
set?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you
Oh,
better
yeah.
Shit,
be.
where's my dice bag? I found it.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
ready as
It's okay.
ever.
It's okay. It's still early as fuck, so we're still all just
I got my dice.
we're here. Thank you, Ryan. Anything else you'd like to announce?
No.
Public. All right.
Man, I
Oh,
hope
I
everyone's
have
having a good day today.
What are you announcing? What are you announcing?
I have a show. We're doing Taming of the Shrew from
Oh
March
yeah,
22nd to the 24th in Hollywood.
sick.
This
By the
doesn't
time,
matter.
by the
But-
time this episode's
I'm a working actor. Just want to let everyone know.
Good shit. By the time this
time
is
this
out,
is
it will have passed.
Yeah.
2 months.
holy shit. Oh my
For,
god.
for
Oh, by the
anyone
way.
who does go.
Oh, yeah, for anyone who does go in the past, I guess, time travelers,
Didn't you love it?
Don't you,
Was
yeah,
it
did
so
you- yeah,
good?
was it
Right?
good?
Oh, good,
I
right?
thought it was amazing, I totally saw it. Yeah. But I will say though, I guess one thing to kind of like really briefly disclose before we jump right into it. Typically, for any of you wondering, we're gonna try and be uploading episodes every once a week, every Wednesday. By the looks of it, may change. That seems to be the current consistency that we're all fucking with. So just keep that on your radar. But other than that, let's just kind of jump right into it, shall we?
Where are
Yeah.
we jumping?
Mm,
Jumping.
Jesus Christ.
yeah. Let's go.
All right.
Do a flip.
So, last time we left off in the Starlight Chronicle, we met our band of intrepid and wary adventurers, each coming from different reaches of the Sword Coasts and even beyond, and even below. Various wide-reaching different regions, I guess regions and journeys, all coalescing into one point within the town of Tribor. Their paths converging on this town during a festival celebrating, essentially warding off trolls, a Halloween-esque event, well, celebration within this town. The party, well, each handled their own individual tasks that they were handling within the town, either trying to find a progression further on into the further on their own journey, or whatever they needed to get done within Tribor in order to get the fuck out as quick as possible. But many were coaxed into staying. Celebration of Trolltide, of course, is very, well, important to those, or any celebration is very important to those within this small village. But as they stayed and as day turned to dusk, the stars shined a little too brightly over the town of Tribor, sailing over the sky in a cataclysmic streak that plummeted towards the earth, shattering it and reverberating the ground beneath, causing these strange, astral, aberrant creatures to swarm the village, slaying several denizens that lie within Tribor, and also forcing the party to rely on their own strategies in order to fight back against this abrupt and sudden darkness. Using spells like light, the weapons that they had on hand, as well as a very tactfully placed sleep spell by Liam. The battle was won. Of course, not with ease per se, as one party member, before the party was officially a party, or at least a tenuous party, did fall. But eventually, everyone rose to their feet and was given the task by Darathra to go search for this thing that plummeted from the sky and changed the evening forever. All of you gathered up and set off, following what little path that you remember. Of course, Mayree's sort of remembering of the star streaking across the sky, guiding all of you along this path. That's where we left off. So, just curious, real quickly, just because I just want to figure this out. I think it's pretty important to figure out marching order. If you guys would like to kind of discuss what our marching order looks like.
I think Mayree is probably the first one in the line, right? Because she was the first one to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. So I think you would probably be closer to the top. If that's
If
an
you wanna
arrow
go-
at the top, I think.
Oh yeah. For people
That
who are
little square?
listening, we have like a little board that like displays marching order. The arrow up top, like up at the direct top, signifies the direction that you're going. So that's the front.
Okay. So like right up
Believe.
here
Who
where
is
the
spam
circle.
pinging?
Me. It's
Okay.
right here.
Yes,
Arrow.
yes, we see. Yes, we see it. Yes.
Like I'm kind of like here. I think.
Okay.
Back here.
As for the rest of you, we have what is it?
Dodger.
Also still trying to figure out names as well, so that's fun. Atlas is in the bottom left. We have what is it? Neve kind of in the top right. Liam dead center. We have Averon covering the rear, and now all that's left is Dodja and Mayree. What are your positions?
If I had my choice, I'd go around here, but I believe I'm carrying somebody, aren't I?
Yes,
You are.
Here I am.
True. Upon
I mean,
your
you
shoulders.
you can kind of put him on the token. I think.
Yeah.
Geez,
Yeah, that
sorry,
works.
my Roll20 hates my existence.
Oh, fun.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
it's.
tell
it's
me
fine.
where you want to be placed, and I can move you.
Yeah, wherever that circle is going
All
off.
right.
Put me there. I vibe with that, sure.
Cool. So, wonderful.
Um,
So, for you guys, let me also just so that I make sure with everything. Currently the time as you guys are leaving Tribor in order to follow this trail, it is currently about 8 o'clock at night. The sun has gone below the horizon. It is dark out. So who has dark vision?
I do.
Not it.
I do.
I do not.
I have dark vision and then some, don't I?
Yeah, because you're Cleric of Twilight.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, who doesn't have dark vision?
Me.
I raise
There's
my
a lot of you.
Raise my hand.
Are you kidding me? Oh God! Hold up, pause for a second. Not the stream, but everything, because
No.
I fat fingered my fucking kill command key on Opera GX and just God damn it.
Come on.
Are we getting this? Are we
Oh.
are we rolling?
And from the DM.
Technical interruption. I fat fin so Opera GX, everyone, has a
Oh, God.
built-in kill switch that if you fat finger just
Oh God.
kills the entirety of Opera GX. So give me a second while I boot that shit back up.
So I
Also,
use
like-
Mozilla Firefox.
So like to quickly interject. Balancing audio live at times to keep everybody balanced, just so you guys know.
Cool.
Thank you.
Heard.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
So for the
Okay.
listeners, just bear with me.
Thank
Oh yeah,
you,
this
balance.
is all jank. It's beautiful jank, in my opinion.
Love
You know,
beautiful jank.
it's definitely standing up for the fact that we are working with all this on the definition of a budget, because none of us want to spend. Well, we love this, we love what we do, but money in this economy.
Let's all
Yeah.
reveal how much we've spent on this project.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. 0.
0.
0.
0.
I bought a PC. I spent $900. It wasn't the only one.
$8.99.
Oh.
$8.99.
Yeah.
Real. Okay, that should
I
be
bought a journal.
Okay.
nice.
Let's
was
oh,
smart.
let's
Yeah,
get
then I
this
guess
moving.
also I would probably say like $15.99 then, because I also bought a journal.
Holy shit, are we just gonna reveal all?
I mean,
feel
that's
like
all
I
my
need to do a
income. If
journal.
you want my income, I just got paid like $60 from TikTok, so
Nice.
Oh.
gotta love the life of a content creator.
Can
Asking
you
people
legally disclose that?
Yes, because it was from people sending me gifts. It wasn't like my actual income from TikTok.
Okay.
That's a lot less than what I got from my lives. Thank you very much.
Nice. All right. Let's get back to it. Let's stop talking money and how
Um,
we need to eat more than just ramen noodles and get back to the campaign.
And
Don't
Don't
cereal
talk
for
shit on
dinner.
ramen noodles, man.
Dimitri,
Yes.
I eat apples. Anyway.
is it the party members who don't have night vision? Is it like if Mayri were to look back, would it be obvious that they don't know where like what they're looking at or that they can't see?
Bumping into each
Or
other.
they, like-
They're stumbling.
Or are they like playing it off?
Unless they confidently, I guess. Let me ask the people who are walking in the darkness. Are you strutting into the darkness confidently without like any idea of sight or how to like provide sight, or are you just kind of like
Happily
squinting your
marked
eyes? Or
Personally, I'm like right behind Mary, and I know she knows where she's going, so I'm kind of just like,
you're clinging?
yeah, I'm just trailing. Yeah.
I
Okay.
getcha.
I mean, does anyone have a torch? Yeah.
Bro, I'm
I
gonna
mean-
back.
I have something that I could give all of you guys night vision. I just wanted to like. I don't know. I
It is
kinda
dark
wanted
vision
laugh
to a
at you guys.
limited. It's to a limited range, but
Yeah, it's within
let's
10
say-
feet.
I'd say with your passive perception, and since they're not like trying to hide it, I'd say yeah, they can. You can see that there's a good chunk of them that are just kind of like fucking feeling around, like a tiny bit.
Is
So waiting for their eyes
everyone
to
with-
adjust.
is everyone within 10 feet of me?
As close to 10 feet as they can be within you. Like, well, not within. Well, not. Hey, pause.
I would say
Whoa!
not.
Whoa!
Now hang on.
Whoa,
This is going off to a great start, everyone. This is going off to a great start.
Okay. Because I can give 3 of you guys night vision. So
Got like 3 people really close to you.
nice. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'll use.
Because I am at the back. You cannot reach me, I think.
Eyes of Night. Okay, so wonderful. You have dark vision to a range of 300 feet. As an action, you can magically share this dark vision. Well, creatures you can see within 10 feet of you, up to a number of times equal to your. Yep. Wonderful. Shared dark vision. For. Wonderful.
There you
Okay.
go. See in the dark now. Congratulations. I'm proud of you all.
So if you'd like to describe how this looks, casting it out to everyone.
Yeah, I think the way that it looks is that she's gonna take a quick, once they get further into the woods and she realizes there's no more light, it takes her a second to realize, oh, I'm with other people. Maybe I should make sure that they can see. So she's gonna kind of she's not gonna stop walking. She's gonna slightly look behind her and just kind of glance at everybody who is now suddenly following her and sort of gauge how well they're making it through, if they're stumbling, kind of just how well they seem to be doing. And then once she kind of determines that there's enough people that aren't doing well, she's just gonna sigh, and I think she's going to kind of do this slow movement with her left hand and sort of flick it out towards the people who don't have the ability to see in the dark. And I think it's kind of these little twinkling of lights kind of slowly go towards them and go within their eyes, and it's oh, you can see in the dark now. She doesn't say anything. She's not all pretty and poetic about it. She's kind of more tired, if anything, but the action of it is really beautiful despite her very stone solid face.
All right. So, who are the ones that are going to be benefiting from this?
If it's within 10, well, how slow are you going? Because I'm at the back of the pack.
It happens at once, by the looks of it. It is just a wave of the hand and.
No, I mean
occurs.
range. Is it
It's 10
radius,
feet.
or do you choose?
It's people within 10 feet of the individual. So you with your positioning and how you have it on the marching order map, you're a bit too far.
Okay.
Unless you want to get close and gain this benefit.
I probably wouldn't know what they're doing. I'm kind of at the back on purpose, so probably not.
Okay, cool. So I would say then, Neve and Dodja.
Howdy, howdy.
The two of you, after this wave of sort of purplish hue energy waves from Mayree's fingers, you feel this warm caressing of your eyes. It's a strange feeling, and you blink it off, and when you blink once, it's still there. Twice, it's fading. Third time, for the first time in a long time, it's the world itself is now clear as moonlight, for as far as your eyes can see. Or at least clear as day, relatively. It's a grayish light that permeates the forest around you now. As you guys continue walking forward, it's a new feeling, and it's very nice. But I will say, for all of you, well, specifically, I would say the person who is leading, which is, of course, Mayree. I am going to need you, since you are leading the way, I'm going to need you to make a survival check.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay.
But, let me ask real quick, Derek, do you have natural? Do you have like
Yes, sir.
what are your terrains? What are your favorite terrains?
Forest.
Forest?
I think it's
Perfect.
yeah.
So what are the benefits you get from forests? Or like natural, was it? Is it natural explorer? I don't play rangers all that
Yeah,
much.
you're right. It's basically just we don't get lost in terms of in general, and then unless it's by magical means, and then there's just some stuff for me, nothing really crazy.
Okay, wonderful.
We don't slow down in our group's travel either. We're not slowed.
Oh, you're not slowed. That's fucking sick also. So you won't get lost, so that I'd say this significantly reduces the survival check.
Okay.
Because of Averon's just natural intuition with the forests.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who needs to hear this. I get told this all the time on TikTok because I'm like the biggest Rangers supporter out there. Natural terrain is freaking cool, okay? I don't know who needs to hear this. It's actually very useful.
16 survival. 16 survival. It's just that it's I think
It's very like
let me look up the actual what it's called and not fat finger my kill switch.
No, it's very like circumstantial for sure, but I mean, especially if you're
Natural
in like
explorer.
Faerun, it's very nice. It's a very nice feat to have.
I can confidently say Pathfinder did it better. Anyway, a 16 survival. A 16 survival. That I'll say that leads you on a very like solid trek through the forest. Eventually, as you guys head further and further, this is westward, which is kind of the direction you're heading, a bit northwest. As you follow and follow, eventually you go off the beaten path and make your way deeper and deeper into the to the scattered forests until eventually you begin to see various changes of nature around you that are akin to the foliage of the Kryptgarden Forests. The large, these large kind of reddish pine trees, the ground itself caked in layers of almost like a red fibrous mulch. You wouldn't be able to perceive it's red, of course, unless you have a torchlight, because dark vision doesn't let you perceive colors. But you do get a hueness that the grass is fading into this entity. But with a survival check, you are confident that you are heading in the right direction of the sort of star that's skated across the sky.
Cool.
But is there, in this time that you all are walking, anything you say to one another, or do you guys just keep silent and keep moving?
So, Liam like tries to like look around. So, are any of you in a party, like an adventuring party of sorts?
Not anymore.
Well, I'm Liam. Nice to meet you all. I'm looking for people to go on an adventure with. If that's all right. Of course, we could do quests that you have to do as well. I just need assistance with mine as well.
Quests? I'm down with quests.
Neve kind of does like a slow head turn and looks at him, just stares, and then looks right back forward.
My name's Noblin Nottingham. I would love to be in your party.
Nice. He like looks up. Oh, nice to meet you as well. I would shake hands, but you seem to be very high.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were talking to Dodger for a minute. I was just like, yeah, he's pretty high up there, isn't he? I bet you couldn't shake his hand.
Oh god.
Holy shit. Okay. You guys continue pressing forward. Anything else? If not,
Can you clarify Liam's race one more time?
Liam is a halfling, a rather short halfling, comparative to other halflings.
Yeah, I would say Averon is looking at since I'm in the rear and looking back, making sure everything's okay. After that whole conversation, it's just kind of gauging how everybody's reacting to it because we're all in bombardment over how confident and how willing to adventure the one who just saved all our lives is.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think after a moment of silence, after Goblin said, like, yeah, I'll join, Mary very quietly, but loud enough for most everyone to hear, is going to go, I should also mention that I will be adventuring with Liam as well, if that changes anyone's minds.
Oh, go! No, I'm just
Jump in.
No, you're good.
I think Neve hears this and kind of like takes it in, doesn't say anything, but is like kind of think about it now.
Yeah.
I look over to the Dragonborn. You haven't said a lot. Or you seem like an adventuring type. You have the gear and demeanor.
Well, yeah, I'll venture. Suppose I need to get back in the swing of things and that may be easier with a groom, so I could be convinced.
Good. Well, what kind of convincing? Like food? Like, what do you,
We'll see how this next leg, of our little stint here goes, and then I'll decide.
I see. He then pulls out like a little like notebook. He starts writing down some stuff.
Okay.
The name's Dodger.
All right. Just continues writing.
Noblin starts making a little beat on Dodge's head.
Are you
Okay.
taking notes?
He,
Are
like,
you
looks up.
taking notes?
Oh, I'm just writing people's names and stuff. Like possible people that want to join and stuff like that. It's always useful to gather info.
Once again, she stares at him. Keeps walking.
Okay.
Okay. Wonderful. As you guys continue pressing forward a little bit further, I will need everyone to make a perception check.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Perception. Where's perception? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
It's not awful
Damn it.
this time.
Ooh.
I can't even like.
Oh, Anna!
I feel like I've already had like 5 ones.
Oh my god!
Not
Wait,
again.
wait. We gotta make a special counter or something
Jesus.
because this is
Yeah.
incredible.
Literally.
I mean,
Every time
hang on,
Andrew
I'm
rolls a nat
scrolling
one.
up. Jesus. Oh my
Um,
god, Anna.
Three.
One.
Two.
Let's roll 3 at once this game.
Only
We've had
3
4
episodes in,
sessions.
dang.
But we are only half an hour into this one.
Amazing. Hey, listen, start off terrible so you can
4.
finish strong.
No, you've rolled 4. You've
Okay.
rolled 4 ones.
I'm gonna keep counting my
Oh.
journal. No worries, guys.
Oh
This
my
$8.99 isn't going to waste.
Oh, Anna.
So,
This is rigged.
as you guys continue forward, I'd say Atlas and Mayri.
Yes.
Well, Atlas, you don't have vision, and there's no torch
Oh.
being lit, so disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Got it. Let me roll again. Please.
10.
It's
Okay.
not awful. It's not awful.
So then I would say it only falls down to, I would say Averon a little bit, because you have dark vision, and Mayri. As you guys start venturing, like, closer and closer to the cusp of the Kryptgarden Forest, not only does the, foliage begin to change as you, like, basically make your first couple hour trek into the forest. But what you also begin to see is scattered across various bitch,
Oh my god.
various
Amazing.
bits of the trees. You see broken branches at varying different heights. Some of the canopy as well of these pine these pine trees. What little canopy that they make is broken branches or like crumbled onto the ground, but also dark splatters of mysterious liquid skates across many of the trees, and in some cases along the sides of the area that you were walking, in like blobs of this ichor.
Then I'll say Averon notices that Mayri also can detect it, but since no one else has had paid attention yet, I'll just announce, mind the trees, everyone. There's some sort of weird liquid above them.
And as you all are looking at it and following this trail, or like this self-made path that you are following, you begin looking around, and I'll need Averon and Mayri, since you guys are the only ones who rolled relatively high, make a nature check.
Oh.
Averon with advantage.
Let's go.
Nature.
Oh boy. Dang, I
Nice.
don't know how
Dirty
I'm rolling
20.
so high,
Damn.
but I'm here for it.
Wonderful. So a 16 and a 20. Awesome. So as you guys begin looking around, and Averon, you call out to the party, both of you begin to notice subtly on these trees and even in the foliage around you a strange twisting is occurring. A transformation, a forced transformation with the forest, like the subtle bits of the forest around you. And you kind of just, play it off, at first, but then you continue traveling a little bit. And as you continue traveling, it slowly but surely becomes tad bits more prevalent. You swear, especially you, well, I guess both of you, see, like, on the trees, like, flower spuds, like, bloom and wither and fade in almost an instant. You see, like, small mushrooms grow and then burst and then turn into, like, moss, grass and then fade down in like an instant. It is like rapid growth and decay that is occurring in these small, tiny little ways. While you see like vines subtly creep and pulsate and then go still. And it's especially prevalent near these splotches of this dark ichor.
Can Mary tell that Averon is a ranger just like based on his getup?
Make a this would be a history check.
Oh
But
God.
I would say
boy.
because of your background, it's a history
Probably.
check at disadvantage because of your background.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no disadvantage. No disadvantage. Because thinking about it further.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
No.
Damn.
Dude, I don't know why
Incredible.
I'm rolling so high today. I'm not gonna complain though. I'm not gonna complain about
It's very subtle.
it. Okay.
It's like upon examination, like just brief examination, it's very subtle. The equipment that Averon is wearing is, well, why should I describe it? Derek, describe Averon's equipment.
Oh yeah. It's okay. Imagine a standard ranger setup, but everything's faded. Even it's so faded and rugged and torn. It's very distraught. You might even see glimpses of blood streaks. Very light, nothing crazy, but still, you can tell that it's battle worn. In terms of equipment, I have my bow that we all saw me fail at. I have my cloak that is around my neck, all with the hood down, and my cloak is decently long to around my like calves, but the right side of the cloak, which I am covering my right arm with, is kind of like torn the most. And then I have like a couple, leather belts and
Yeah.
trying to be assassin-y, but whatever. I have 2 short swords as well.
Mhm.
Okay. Mary's going to she's not gonna stop walking, but she's gonna turn to Averon and she's going to go, Ranger, will you come up here a moment?
That was so loud, it just peaked.
Oh yeah, forgot. All right. I'll just like move. Excuse me,
Really?
pardon me. Excuse me.
I get out of the way.
When you come up to her, she's gonna kind of lower her head to whisper, and she's going to go, I haven't been in your neck of the woods, so to speak, for a very long time now. I'm going to assume the things that are happening around she's gonna give a weird side eye to the goo and the trees and on the side of the road. Weird substance that we've found ourselves surrounded by. I'm sure that's not normal.
Yeah, most definitely. That's definitely not something everyday occurrence.
Mhm. Especially Averon, because being a ranger of the Sword Coast, especially northern Faerun, you've heard bits and pieces of Kryptgarden Forest, and it's a estranged land. It's not necessarily the greatest, cleanest land. It's known for its corruption. But this is different than any sort of corruption that has been recorded by people such as Volothamp Gadarm or other adventurers through these parts.
Mm-hmm. Can I use a spell really fast?
Of course you can. What spell would you like to use?
Can I use Detect Magic just to see? Because if I notice all the distortion, I'm just gonna wonder if it's magic based.
Of course. Could you post the description of Detect Magic, or at least read it? so then I can look at it as well.
Yes. There we go. Let me do that over here. And then I go to here.
And then wonderful. Okay, so if you sense magic in any way, you can use your action to paint aura or a visible creature. I will say make an Arcana check
Yes, sir.
at advantage because you have detect magic up.
Let me go back to my. There we go. Okay, Arcana. Boop. Boop.
Ooh, that's all good. But an 11 is still solid, I'd say. You are able to ascertain the specifics of the magic that surrounds you, but it is a imposing, primal, chaotic force that is seeping into the earth through this blood. And around you, even, there's like it is a sense, almost like a literal sixth sense around you, that recognizing this around you, you also feel it's in the air you breathe. It's in everything that is around you. It's not affecting you, but whatever this is, and the potent nature of it, through this blood, through this spot that you're at, this ooze, it's mixing with something that you cannot comprehend, and is forcing this abrupt shift, and almost like this aging and dying and regrowth to occur within these plants.
Okay. Having just kind of like felt all that in the moment, after the brief like conversation that Mary and I had, it's kind of just like I'm a little like razzled just out of a sense, and I'm just like, whoa. Everyone, the magic in this area is insane. I can't have never comprehended something like amounting to this. And so I'm not. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Go for it.
DM Dimitri.
Yes.
Is anything happening? Anything weird? Like resonating or anything like that?
Let me roll something. There's a tingle at your fingertips. That's about it.
All right, I like move my fingers to try and like see if that's like just my hands falling asleep, or if that's actually a thing happening.
You feel it more, like your hand is becoming almost staticky, like slightly at your fingertips. And when you grip and make a fist and release to try and get sensation back in your fingertips, almost like when you sleep on your hand, you know? But it doesn't go away.
Got this news. Mary's gonna prepare her weapon.
Tiny, it's like the tiniest prickles. I will say though, after you do that, Dodja and Neve, your vision does go dark as the gift granted by Mary does fade.
Alright, Pizzle.
Oh.
But there is still a leg of travel ahead of you all. If you wish to now light a torch, or get some sort of light. Man, give me 1 second.
Does anyone
hold
have
up.
a torch?
Y'all keep talking.
I have a hooded lantern.
Okay.
Sounds awesome.
I feel like we should use that.
Cool. Yeah, then I'm gonna take my hooded lantern and a tinderbox and light it.
Noise.
Those are all in my burglar's pack that I have.
Nice.
And you have height advantage too.
Hell yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
literally.
Yeah.
As long as you keep it out
Literally.
of my eyesight, you're good.
I dangle it right in front of Dodge's face for just like 2 seconds and then move it away.
I would like to see Dodger like
Oh.
hold him like a Lion King.
Okay,
By the
apologies
scruff
for
of the
that.
neck.
I got a
Oh,
phone
that's strike
call.
one.
My mom thought her car got like her shit taken out of, like robbed, but it turns out it's a whole story that we could talk about later. That's very interesting, but
Okay.
I had to take a bunch of shit out because a car broke down and stuff. And she's like, "Where's all the shit?" And I'm like, "It's in a bag somewhere. I know it's in this house." So, and anyway, enough of that. But did you guys light a torch?
Yes, we did. I lit my hooded lantern, used my
Ooh.
tinder box. That's all in my burglar's pack.
As you light the hooded lantern, we love hooded lanterns are goated. But as you light the lantern and begin to adjust it, you roll a perception check.
Ooh, I'm not good at those.
Oh,
Does
you
the
never
height
know.
difference make it better?
Oh,
No.
Yeah. Oh my god.
well, you really aren't that good.
No, dude.
Oh shit.
Nat 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's not a nat one. That's an unnatural
No.
one, which is arguably
So
more
not
impressive.
2 minus 1.
Oh,
Yeah, nat 2 minus 1. Okay, so you turn the light on. It's illuminating your path.
Can everyone see now?
As you focus the light down straight ahead.
Why didn't you do that earlier?
I like making people's lives difficult. It's part of gnome culture.
Ah, noted.
God.
Okay.
Can we
See
see
you guys.
Oh.
this
Oh.
ooze or whatever in color now?
If you face the lantern towards it, you definitely can. I would say with that, as you face it towards the ooze, the light shifts, and eventually you see a mangled foot appear through the light, and then slowly the lower torso, well, not the lower torso, the lower half, the legs and waist of some alien body appears. And then following the trail of ooze that sort of like streaks up the tree, you see above, skewered, all like base, like kind of bisected by a large branch that also now is like kind of snapped and wood jutting out of it, is a very familiar creature. You know this as the creature that you recently just fought. These are grooves.
They're what? Could you just say that name one more time?
They're grooves. Like
Grooves?
yeah, they're like grooves, like the fucking
Like
Despicable Me.
Okay.
Not literally. Not literally.
I will not buy your cookies, little girls.
Grooves bisected on a tree.
Oh,
I know. I was like, this is a crazy game.
That'd be funny.
What? We're in the
But-
Cosgrove now.
No, they are these sort of medium humanoid-esque creatures with these large what is it? Almost shark-like like rows of teeth and like smiles as well. Like they have a few, like a couple sets of eyes, oily lizard-like scaled skin that is also kind of like weak in nature, or at least in this form, and long claws as well. But this one, by the looks of it, was bisected. Its torso now up within the trees, and its legs and lower half of its body on the ground, and whatever blood and viscera made up within it is painting the tree a nice black color.
What is that thing?
I think it's dead.
Noblin, make an intelligence check.
Hold on.
Okay.
Wow, I'm really getting
no.
screwed.
You're
Plus
smart, but
four.
not
You
smart
roll
in this
a-
moment as you're looking at this scene of gore.
No, seriously, what is that thing? I have no idea.
We just fought a bunch of them. Where have you been?
I barely even saw that thing. The light was on for half a second. I was scared.
At least he's honest.
Well,
Stupid,
whatever took it
but
out,
honest.
we might be concerned about that.
Can I do some sort of check to see how it was unalived?
Of course, yeah. Make a medicine check. If anybody else wants to participate with that check as well, be my guess.
I will try.
Medicine.
Oh damn.
Well, I tried.
Okay, now explain something to me here. You can't identify anything. The second you see it, you're like, oh yeah. I know
So-
what that. I know how it
I would love to explain a little bit of gnome culture to you.
Explain gnome culture.
Gnomes are known to be very sarcastic creatures, you know? And so I think that I, in the D&D realm, purposefully had no idea and purposefully played stupid, and now I know what it is. For all those listening, I got a 19 on my medicine with a -1, so I had an 18.
Holy shit. So,
Oh jeez.
yeah, you may not have remembered what the creature was, but you are well versed in ways of obscure death.
Like every gnome.
And yeah, like every gnome traditionally is. But as you look up at it, and judging by the trajectory of its fall and the force it would take to bisect a creature with a tree branch, at least a thick one that, you know, its torso is now hanging on, you could assume that this creature fell at a very fast pace, almost as if it was thrown from something and scattered across this tree. It hit the branch, basically tore in half. It wasn't a clean bisection. But the momentum tore it apart, basically painted the forest red. Well, not red. Painted the tree black. Paint it black. Okay. Oh no! Don't say it! Don't say it! We'll get copyright.
I thought the same thing. I was like, oh.
Oh man. But yeah, that is what you notice. I'd say, Neve, it is you do pick up that the split between the torso and the legs is distinctly. It wasn't like a tear. It was much more like a like almost like a rip. Like it contacted and then like tore apart.
Does it
And
kind
it's
of look
also
like? Sorry.
what up? No, you go. You
Does
go.
it, does it look like an animal there got involved?
No,
Can
not
I?
at all.
Okay.
There's like animals. This
Yeah.
if this was an animal, like an animal's doing, essentially what they would have to do is kind of like Juggernaut in fucking Deadpool 2, like grab the torso and the legs and just pull apart. That's what it would take.
Wow. Okay.
But this force that you notice Noblin, what it was thrown at, managed to do that to its relatively weak body, but still with enough force to just pop it apart.
Okay. I repeat all of the information that you told me to the group as well. And then I have 1,000 ball bearings, right?
Uh-huh.
Can I throw 10 of them at the ooze to see what happens?
Oh my god.
Is everyone okay if I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, guys, I have a good idea. Listen, I think that maybe this thing bounces things. So I'm going to throw 10 of these little balls, and I throw them.
Mm-hmm. You throw them, and they stick onto the ooze.
So they do not bounce. This thing was clearly thrown from something else. And I'm curious on whether it was off one of the mountains that we cannot see above us, or if it was a bird dropping it. Because we're in a forest. I don't see any hills.
Mary has this look of like pure confusion and shock, just staring at this little gnome doing all of this stuff. And then she's slowly gonna like blink herself out of it and reply, "Earlier I saw some sort of comet or shooting star fall in this area. Maybe it's from that."
Oh. Maybe it wasn't the shooting star then. Maybe it's a ship.
Like a what?
It's carrying these things then, right? We saw it come. That could have been where it fell from, right?
I'm sorry, I'm very new to the surface. Don't ships go in water?
Not hypothetically.
In gnome culture.
Oh.
I don't know. Haven't you ever like played with a toy boat and then played with it in the air? Maybe it's something like that.
No, Drow don't play with toys. We just fight.
Oh, here, I'll make you a toy boat really quick,
I
and then I
don't.
use one of my. I use a cantrip,
What do you-
and I can make little toys and shit. I'll send it in the thing. It's through Tinkerer.
Oh, it's Tinkerer.
Yeah.
You could start. I'd say, yeah. You can
So
start
we'll-
whittling away.
Yeah, we'll make a little clockwork toy, so that way it's a wind up, and it can like I don't know, have a propeller on the back of it. to wind
You reach into your pocket to your assorted like nuts and bolts and scrap metals, and just like start quickly assembling a clockwork boat. Okay. I'd say it'll take a bit of time before you're able to like fully assemble it. But I'd say with the assistance of your sort of like little tiny understandings of gnomish magic, you're able to just cobble it together rather quickly. But as you're doing that, the lantern like shifts over towards directly down the path, and I'd like everyone except for Noblin to make another perception check. Oh wow!
Oh, Shane got that
Shane,
one.
ouch.
Hey,
Hey, okay.
let's go. And we have a
Alright.
lantern now.
Obviously, I'm distracted by
did I
something tinkering on my back.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Atlas, Neve. Yeah, Atlas and Neve. As the lantern shifts and you look down, you almost begin to see like a trail of these brew corpses, and blood splotches begin appearing further and further on as you follow this, ahead deeper into the forest.
So we're
But
still
it almost
walking, but there's just like a ton of corpses.
You're standstill right now investigating this tree, but as it like shifts over and looks, you see what seems to be almost like a trail of corpses subtly appearing.
Oh my gosh. Look at the
Ew.
ground, everyone.
I look down.
It's spaced out enough, like I'd say about like every corpse. It's about like there's about I'd say 15-foot like spacing between them, but you see plenty of corpses littering this forest, but all of them in various states of just scattering. Some their backs are just fucking completely exposed, and their viscera just scattering onto the ground, almost making like a flesh blanket onto the mulch. There's some that like have no heads. You don't know where the heads are, but there's plenty of their blood, dancing across the ground. But they're all in various states of gore and destruction.
Seeing it now, I'm a bit glad we only had to fight those several back at the village. Because that is a lot. Well,
I guess we
carrying
better
on.
prepare ourselves then.
I look down at my hands to see if they're clean.
Well, they're as clean as you left them in the battlefield.
I like sigh and then like I'll just carry on.
Right.
Perhaps
So?
this means we're getting closer.
Just gonna have my maul at the ready.
Okay.
You press on.
Yep. Press on. Press on. I will need everyone to make a Constitution save
Oh.
as you guys continue this travel. Yep. Just con save.
Ronnie?
Oh my! Oh.
The bitch!
I blame the thing on my back.
Oh my
Don't worry, the thing on your back got a nat 1.
Yeah!
Same here, man. Same here.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Okay. You know
For those
what?
of you listening at home, 2 party members just rolled a nat. 3 party members
Wow.
rolled a
Oh
nat
my God.
1,
Course
and I rolled a nat 20.
So our party is down to 4 members.
Oh my god.
Give my
Okay.
nat 20 to Anna or something.
Okay, a little tip for DMs. This is it's what they call a certified bruh moment. Anyone who didn't roll a 10, a DC 10, you now gain 1 point of exhaustion.
Fuck. Where did we put that?
So
That's
you'll
everyone but me.
yeah, everyone except for Mayri and Liam. You gain 1 point of exhaustion, and you'll just keep track of this sort of on your own. But the first level of exhaustion. You know what? Here's how we're gonna do exhaustion. Because I think normal exhaustion rules in 5th edition is kind of harsh. But how we're gonna do it is it basically is gonna go to like a tier of 10, right? 1 to 10. When you're at 1 exhaustion, well, each level of exhaustion, you take a minus of that to your rolls. So like all your skill checks, saving throws, and attack rolls you now have a -1 to it. Because you're at exhaustion level 1. And it's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse. But once you reach 10, you're dead.
Gotcha.
because you died of exhaustion. But everyone who'd failed, who didn't make a DC 10 con save, you now, until you take a long rest, are now at -1 to attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. Okay.
Am I done building my boat yet?
I'd say about now. It took a lot of work out of you.
Okay, cool.
That's why you're so exhausted.
Yep.
Right.
But the time continues on. Seconds turn to minutes, and minutes turn to hours, as you press further and further and further inward, and finally reach a proper entryway into the Kryptgarden Forest. As you embrace the corruption that is around you, that the Kryptgarden Forest is notorious for, a good amount of you are starting to feel within you, within your legs, that you've been up for a while. And on top of like the time you've woken up and the time that you've, existed in this on this day, you've also been traveling for about 4-ish hours now. Like 4.5 hours now. And with still no sight of the crash site. Well, no sign of the crash site immediately in front of you. But still you press further on. I'd say, Mayri, give me 1 survival check.
Okay.
Just in case.
Now we wait for my computer to take 7 years.
Yep. Don't worry. Happens. And this is where I put my sponsorship. If I need one! I'm kidding.
You like Taming of the Shrew? Well, we got a treat for you.
It's like those really, it's almost like those Better Call Saul, like, impersonators. Oh my god. But a 7 survival.
Sorry, guys.
Well, you're not gonna get lost. You know
Okay.
the direction of where you go, but I will say it adds like a little extra, like an extra 30 minutes to your travel. I'd say that survival check is what causes the exhaustion of everyone. Is you take a little bit of extra time, and following in the forest and maneuvering through the area. It's not necessarily you're not used to traversing the overworld like this. So it's new, it's different. You're trying to figure it out, and it causes all y'all to just kind of start like this. The shift of pace and the slowing of it begins to wear you guys down. But eventually, you do pick up pace thanks to Avaron basically trying to correct and asking you which direction where to go, or like where you think you should go, and correcting you and pointing you back onto the path. But as you guys continue traveling down, and further inward into the Kryptgarden Forest, I'll need everyone to make a perception check again.
Bet.
Shit.
Finally, a good roll.
What the fuck did I roll? Oh god! Kill me. Kill me.
It actually makes perfect sense that Dodgy would notice this. Wow. Oh wow. Okay. So good. So Atlas, Liam, Noblin, you guys, well, Noblin, you're in your own world. You're resting your arms after creating after finishing the touches on this boat toy. But you have one now, I'll say. That's what your focus has been on this whole time.
All right, then I'm just gonna tell the group, hey, I'm done with the toy. What are we looking at? What are we looking at here?
And Mayri, Dodja, Neve, and Avaron. Looking ahead, some of you, to the benefit of having dark vision, others beholden to the light of the lantern that looms on Dodge's shoulder. look around and begin seeing corpses that aren't needing to be illuminated by light to reveal their visage. You begin seeing humanoid corpses. A few here and there, sprinkled about. But Dodja and Averon, well, I'd say Dodja, you get a smell on the wind as you inhale. And Averon, you look around a little bit more at some of these wounds that are across these humans, who are workers, if anything. They're more just like lumbermen, if anything. You get the sense that these individuals have been dead for a while, and axe wounds and weapon scars dance across their chests and across their bodies. Dodja, you get the smell of orc blood on the wind. Neve, you also notice the bodies, as well as Mary, but you two also notice the weapon wounds and such. And as you continue forward, Averon and Dodja, the two of you notice a body that is very strange compared to the bodies that begin to start appearing. They appear in like ones and twos at first, but then eventually there's more humans, more orcs. Not as much as the Gru that, start scattered about. But this, it's just noticeable to just have rampant bodies. What you do notice is one corpse that is torn to shreds, but there's a lengthiness to this creature, standing at about like 6 foot or so. It's slender, and sinewed muscles adorn, like, sort of hide underneath its destroyed and sundered armor, as it lies there on the ground, a broken blade at its side, kind of this yellowish lizard-like skin. What do you guys do?
That looks out of place.
Does anyone know what that is?
What is it?
You all are directed towards that corpse. If anybody would like to make this would be a Arcana. Well, this is going to be a couple checks. Make a let me see, because the perception basically discovered the body. Make a medicine and an Arcana check.
Both or one or the other?
Both.
Ooh, and now we wait 7 years for my computer.
Surprisingly high Arcana for a barbarian. Look at that. Okay.
My senses are on the rise.
And there's my first one.
How many nat ones have we rolled this session? It has to have been at least 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
it's been yeah, holy crap.
4, 5.
I got a nat 20 and a nat 1 in 1
everyone
session.
5.
Sage your computers. Just fucking, take it to a priest. Okay. So, with everyone's rolls, I would say medicine-wise, it doesn't go through. The sort of medical nature of the wounds that are sustained on this creature are lost to all of you. You weren't able to get specifics of it. But Neve, it's another strange thing you remember from your books back at your Druid Grove.
Mm-hmm.
These are creatures that have a very a estranged presence on Faerun. These specific creatures, much like the Gru that scatter the forest, and the ones that you fought, are not of this realm. These are the denizens, well, at least this creature was formerly one of the denizens of the dragon-riding people of Githyanki that lies before you. Dead.
Ooh, damn. Lisa? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh shit! You
Oh
found him!
no! The bad ending.
Me throwing Lazel off the fucking Nautiloid so I can get her armor.
Oh my
In the second, well, in the first act. Speedrun strat.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I think you used to be able to do it in like I don't know if you can still do it. I know for my first run when I first got the game, I shoved her off a cliff in a co-op run. It was it was like literally first instinct. I was like, okay, hi Lazel, bye Lazel, and then threw her off the Nautiloid. Back into hell.
Well, anyway.
Anyway. So a Githyanki corpse lies before you. Its silver armor and silvered blade sundered, destroyed beyond repair.
Is it recent, or is this also like an older, like you can tell it's been there for a while?
I would say with Averon's medicine check, being 17, I will give the context that it's relatively fresh in the sense that it's only a few hours old.
Okay, and in comparison to the other ones that are like...
The other ones, they
older.
seem to have been like here for almost the entire day.
Okay.
Whereas the group corpses and this Gith corpse are relatively similar in time.
Okay. So out loud, I'll say, once again, another corpse that does not belong here. This is a Githyanki. They don't belong in this realm. I don't understand what's happening.
If you don't mind me asking, where do they belong?
In
the astral sea. Yeah. They usually are Githyanki culture is strange and their homeland's even stranger, but they roam the astral sea and dance among the stars.
I'm going to say just that. They roam the astral sea and dance among the stars.
I think Mayri is just gonna nod like she gets it, despite the fact that she now has more questions than answers. She's gonna nod and look back at the body.
Okay.
And go for it.
Do you know if orcs travel these parts?
They do.
You should.
To your knowledge, what is it? To your knowledge, Daja, and your knowledge especially, I'd say everyone who is accustomed to the northern Sword Coast climate and the wilds of the northern Sword Coast, between Waterdeep and Neverwinter, and even a little bit above Neverwinter towards Luskan, there is a rampant orc problem. So it's not strange.
Okay.
Hmm. Is this a problem we can solve, you think? Or are we in over our heads?
Upon deducing with the medicine check about the Githyanki body and how fresh it is compared to the other corpse, it's kind of just Averon is he'll speak out loud to the group, but he's just speaking in hypothetical scenarios because it's he'll say it's as if since his body is more fresh than the others, did this one warrior take out the rest of these corpses? But then if Dodja smells orcs, was this just an all-out random battle because of this crash site? Or were they all fighting opposed this? And then he looks back at the toy boat upon this ship from space.
I have a great ship in my hands right now. Who wants to play with the ship?
Is it like, are we in like a clearing, or are we still like in the middle of the woods, like surrounded by trees, looking over this Githyanki corpse?
Still surrounded by trees. The trees are spaced out, of course, but like you're still in the woods. Like you're in the shitter.
Can I do some sort of like a nature check or something to see if there was like any kind of like fighting or struggle or anything?
Yeah. I'd say roll well, this would be a medicine check.
Okay.
So I'll let you make another medicine check.
Why do I keep rolling on my computer? It takes like 7 years for it to go through.
Yes. Let's go another nat one. Nat one to round off.
Nuh-uh.
We're at
Don't.
Oh, okay.
God.
A 17. We can work with a 17.
Mhm.
So, with a 17 medicine, it seems that this Githyanki, there was a battle that it was a part of. Similar scars and blade nicks across its armor and its face and even its arm, like it all dances across his body. So the assumption that it was a part of a battle is well founded upon.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something that you get the feeling of. The corpses that were before, the humans that were, slain, there is a brutish force, like an untrained primal nature to their wounds.
Mm-hmm.
This is these wounds were inflicted by a well-trained warrior. And the armor itself, especially the blade, could not simply be broken by such, like even like the most well-skilled warrior, unless that warrior was as strong as a giant relatively. This creature fell much like the rest.
I think she's gonna kneel next to the body to kind of like get this insight. And as the others are talking about orcs, she's gonna shake her head and go, I don't know about the others. The other bodies we've seen, those are much more primal in the way that they were slain, but this is... I know a good, skilled combatant when I see one. And that is precisely what has slain this What did you call it again? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Githyanki.
Oh no, that was in character.
Oh. Well, then I'm gonna redact my statement and go back behind the veil.
Okay. Yankee.
Yes, this Githyanki. That is.
There you are.
This has been taken down by something that has been trained for sure. The others, not so much. The others were taken down in something most likely in a sense of defense, maybe fear of the primal thing that took it down. But like I said, this is... Whoever did this is good. Well trained.
Can we see if there's anything hiding in like the trees or something?
Roll a perception check.
Just gonna make sure my maul is ready in case of anything.
21. You look up within the trees. You don't see anything, but what you do immediately begin to notice, right, as you begin to look up in the trees, you immediately recognize there is no sound in this forest. Not an owl's cry, not the shuffling of the tiniest of hares or rats. There is no sound in this forest. It's as if it's dead.
All right. Neve is gonna say, like, while they're talking, she knows. Do you all hear that?
Hear what?
No.
Exactly. We're in a forest and there's no sound. The animals, anything, it's just silent.
And as you all stand there, as you say that, Noblin, all of you immediately just hear like this pulse just echo throughout the woods, and like the faintest wind blows against your face, coming from the path directly ahead of you, just flows through your hair. Across your scalp, Noblin, you feel that tingle. And it's just this eerie beat, like this undulating force expunges, and then everything falls silent once again.
Well, that's terrifying.
And with that, we are gonna go and cut for now.
We're going on break, everybody.
Going on break. But for everyone, you guys, thank you for tuning in. We will pick up. Well, at least you guys can tune in next week for next episode where we finish off this little section. So have a good one, y'all. See you next time.